welcome back to the DreamHack Showdown Summer 2020. And if you've just joined us, you missed out because you missed CLG Red taking on Dignitas. And in a closely fought series, CLG Red booked their spot in tomorrow's grand final. But stick around because we've got one more series for you tonight, and it's going to be Able Esports versus That's What She Said. And don't be put off if you don't know these names. We're going to see some spicy individuals turning up on that server. And one of these teams will face Dignitas tomorrow in the consolidation final until we get our top two teams in contention for that $10,000 top prize. Now, I've got Vilga and I've got Potter with me to talk through this one. But before we do, we're going to take a look at the bracket. So early today, we said goodbye to two teams, Dangerous Game and Silhouette, but we hope to see them again in the future because there's some fantastic potential there, wasn't there, Potter?
Yeah, definitely a lot of potential. I actually had some higher expectations for Silhouette coming into this, so unfortunate that we say goodbye to them so early, and unfortunate that we have made it all the way here to the last series of the day, and we're actually going to say goodbye to either That's What She Said and Able White as well. And you said it, Frankie, Dignitas, they're waiting to match up against the winner of this series tomorrow morning.
Well, let's talk about That's What She Said, because early today we saw Miss Harvey go off. She had a really quiet start yesterday. She hadn't been playing much CS in the previous 6 months, but I believe the girls got in touch with her and said, hey, will you play as part of our mixed team? And Steph, of course, said, yes, absolutely, 1,000 times yes, or words to that effect. Now, these are brilliant individuals on this team. Excellent chemistry, it seems to be. But like, Vilga, what is your assessment of their team play?
I was really impressed by this mix. These guys, they've been playing together only for 2 weeks, yet we could still see this, team play. We could see good shots from Miss Harvey, good calls from Pinecone. Pinecone, the in-game leader, she was so insane in the clutches as well. And then we could see Minnie, her, aces, her calm plays. It was just amazing by them.
Does it surprise you, Potter, that Minnie, from her interview with us, she basically said she's playing for fun? But she's a seriously good player.
Yeah, she's really good, and she's been probably the most impactful player for That's What She Said, along with Pinecone, and of course we can't forget Steph's AWP. But I kind of put the AWP as impactful by itself anyway. It just kind of comes inherently with that weapon. So I think Minio, as that rifler, as that entry role player for That's What She Said, has been phenomenal. She's definitely been finding a lot of the holes, and she's just aggressive, man. And I think it completely makes sense that she's just kind of playing for fun, because you can kind of see that carefree attitude about her personality in the server as well.
It was quite funny though. I did post a tweet of Miss Harvey's 1v4 on Train, or 1v4, 1v5. I think it was a 1v5.
Yeah,
she couldn't quite close that last kill. And rather than being like, yeah, it was really fun, she was like, I should have got it.
It was such a nice try.
It was beautiful. I'm sure it's going to be in our top 5 plays of the day at the end of the show. But moving on to Able Esports, led brilliantly by Bouchard, who also seems to be their star player. They do have one thorn in their side, and it seems to be Inferno. So do we think, if That's What She Said, pick Inferno today, it could all go wrong for Able, Potter?
I think so. I think we can expect Inferno to still be a weak point for Able White. But, I gotta say, coming into this series, I think Able White have all the advantages. Just based on what I'm seeing here on paper, they've got the advantages with the map betas. They've got the advantages of being an actual squad, an actual team that's been through the works throughout ESCA Open, even making it to the playoffs. And Vilga just mentioned it. On the other side, That's What She Said, is only a pug that's been together for 2 weeks. So I think for Able White's side, sure, Inferno's gonna be a thorn potentially, but I don't think That's What She Said is that thorough on Inferno either. So I think this is gonna be pretty neck and neck, and to me, Able White have all the advantages.
And we're probably gonna see them pick Vertigo, let's face it. I mean, they could pick Train, But actually, Miss Harvey is looking very, very hot on that map, and it's a map that they practiced a lot because they knew that they were going to end up probably playing CLG Red on it. But if we did go to train, who would your money be on, Vilga?
Able White. I think if it's gonna be trained, Able White will take this win because they were really proactive. You know, they would always work in pairs. They would always take control, pop control, mid control, push B. So if it's going to be trained, I would put it on Able White.
Well, we're going to take a look at two players head-to-head. They are the AWPers. They both had quiet starts to the tournament yesterday, and they were absolutely game changers in their elimination matches earlier. Potter, you're our AWP connoisseur. What do you think of these two?
What a entrance there for me. Yes, as the AWP connoisseur, I really appreciate both of these AWPers. I think Exile, she's been having a lot of success even with the scout on those anti-ecos. Thinking back, she was the reason why Able White were able to actually convert a lot of those tricky scenarios. And for Miss Harvey's side of things, I mean, just her experience has shown throughout this entire weekend. She's found the opening picks, she's been the clutcher, she's been the flashbanger. So she's certainly been she's been banging it out in that server.
She can literally do anything. It's fascinating to watch her. But we're going to go into the map veto right now. As you've mentioned, Potter, Able have got the upper hand going into this one. So it's no surprise that, it says CLG Red banned Vertigo, but I have a feeling that that's what she said. And Able Esports, we know their permaban is nuke. So therefore, assume that Dignitas is actually Able. So yeah, we're seeing Inferno. We're seeing Overpass from Able.
First time.
Yeah. What do you think about that pick for Able, Vilga?
Well, expected, to be honest. Overpass is very team-based map. You need to have good team play to play on this map, and it's going to be really hard for Mix to play because there's just so many angles. You need to know, like A executions, B executions. So it's going to be difficult for. That's what she said.
Potter, what do you think of this veto?
I saw an opportunity for Able White to be able to win out on this veto. I wish that they wouldn't have vetoed out that nuke, but unfortunately it is their perma veto for them. So yeah, I think, you know what? I think that's what she said are going to be really comfortable about all of these maps, actually.
Well, what do you think, Twitch chat? Do let us know. So hashtag AE for Able Esports and hashtag said if you're feeling things for Miss Harvey and her ladies. I really want to see Able play Nuke at some point. I feel like once this roster's had more time together, Nuke is going to be a really good map for them. Just looking at the way that they play, they're obviously very strats focused. I think it could be a really good pick for them. We are going to find out though what you guys think about this forthcoming series. Who have you got taking it, Vilga?
It's really hard. I think it's going to be 2-1. I would go with Able.
Potter?
Esports.
Oh, this one's so tough for me. I had convinced myself before this death segment that Able White were going to win this series out, but I didn't consider that nuke for some reason. I'm going to say that's what she said is going to win this one out. I do think that the caveat here is that's what she said absolutely need Pinecone to show up like she did on day one. Earlier today in this series, she was a little bit more quiet and she did her job, but I just want a little bit more, right? Because she was the player on day one that closed out and clutched out a lot of those rounds. So that's what she said needs some player like that to perform at that level. Otherwise, Able White will be able to win this.
I wonder if this is down to who wants it more and how they react when things aren't going their way. I'm not too sure about how Able react under the pressure, but I feel like they might crack, whereas that's what she said. Although they clearly want it, they've obviously got a natural competitive spirit in them. I feel like they also have less pressure to perform because they're a pug, right? So I think it's going to be 2-1. I'm saying Able in my head, but my heart is saying that's what she said, and it's a total cop-out. So I'm just going to go Able because they've got an official logo.
That one listens to her heart.
Yeah. This weekend I've really shown why I'm not an analyst. We're going to find out what Twitch chatters have said though, because I feel like there's quite a few pro players in chat right now having their say. And 82%, that's what she said.
That's cool.
Wow.
I think Allegia's been spamming the chat. Potter, you seem really shocked by that.
Yeah, I would say so. I really don't think that the vote should swing that heavily. I think Able Esports is probably a more well-versed team than That's What She Said. And as I mentioned, That's What She Said is relying on a lot of different factors to work out really well for them. Whereas Able Esports, I think if they just play their game, then they should be able to make this one competitive.
All right, well, we are going to take a short break. And when we come back, we are going to have two fabulous casters for you. I believe it's going to be Blair and Fearless, but whoever they are, they're going to have fabulous hair. So stick around so you can check out the do's.
Out the oven, I'm piping hot. Get too close and you might get shocked. Told everybody sit back, just watch while I climb all the way to the top. Oh no, I can't just pass by, cause my electric glow, it shines too bright. And everywhere I go, I catch all eyes. They must have never seen a goddess in plain sight. Ooh, want too much for you. A whole lot of power in these high heel shoes. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Too much for you. You're gonna need shades to enjoy this view. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Excuse me while I take the floor. Spotlight shining, it's my show. And you gon' love me a little bit more, cause I got that electric glow. Didn't know it, now you know. Want you vibing with my flow. You ain't never gonna let it go. Once you see my electric glow. Fresh out the oven, I'm sparkling. Lighting up every room I walk in, so intelligent, all I do is win. Didn't hear me before, let me say it again. No, I can't just pass by, cause my electric glow, it shines too bright. And everywhere I go, I catch all eyes. They must have never seen me light up the night sky. Ooh, want too much for you. A whole lot of power in these high heel shoes. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Ooh, want too much for you. You're gonna need shades to enjoy this view. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Excuse me while I take the floor. Spotlight shining, it's my show. We will stand our ground.
Hello everyone and welcome back here at DreamHack Showdown. This time, of course, DNA version, and we have the last best of 3 for you guys ready of today. My name is Fearless, and I'm here joined still by Blair. How are you doing? You were telling me earlier that you're it's kind of late where you are right now.
It depends on how you look at it. It's kind of late. It's kind of early as well in the morning, 6 a.m. But you know what? That's the real gamer hours. I'm ready for this final game of the day. Hope to see a fight coming up here. I'm interested. I'm excited. I want to throw a question to you. Now, we had a split desk there as it comes to who's going to win. Who do you think is going to take this one?
Oh, I have a feeling that what she said, they have shown so much growth since yesterday. And I have a feeling they can pull through. And Inferno was a really good map for them, not so much for Able. So very interesting to see if maybe Able have learned from their past game today and kind of come into this one pretty clean. Flashbangs out here on Banana. 2 kills already, and they're gonna press W. 3 kills now. Mini is just gonna keep going, and now the retake needs to come in here on this pistol.
Mini with the Glocks. I mean, what can you say about that? She has been phenomenal. Almost every pistol round I've seen from her play. And there you go. They're barely taking any damage. Getting 3 kills, getting the bomb down, and this is going to be almost impossible. Mini's in such a great position. They're going to check her, though, and she's still going to get the kill, looking for the final frag, but Bledder is going to kind of steal it away from her, and that is a flawless round coming out from That's What She Said.
You know, you just gotta tap them heads, and that's how you do it with the pistol. You know, it kind of started off with a nice little flashbang. I like to see some util being used, but you know, if you're clicking the heads, you don't need a whole lot more to work with. So now money is looking pretty great. Already in AK in 4, that's what she said, to Galil's, and 2 times a Mech 10. And look at this, Able, they don't want to stop. They are going for that Force by Sapphire with the cheeky Nova. This could potentially be good. She is holding the close angle, and Pinecone is so close. Oh, the timing! That's so unfortunate.
You hate to see it, and it's also what happened to the Nova. The Nova never works out. I don't know when people are going to get it. The Nova is a terrible shotgun. Any other shotgun's better, but they do at least reply back. A lot of damage being dealt onto Kimmy, and she's going to be forced on back. Cirrus down to 24 points of health as well. So yeah, they get a kill. And well, never mind. I thought I was gonna say it's even Stevens and Minio. She strikes with the Galil. As that's what she said. They're gonna regroup and head towards this B bomb side where 2 players are there. Smiley re-aggressing. She's got the P250 and she might have a chance to get a kill here. But it's gonna be Cirrus and Blender getting the frags, leaving it all in the hands of Bouchard, who this is doable. She just has the Deagle and Kevlar. No kits, and that is brilliant. That is unreasonable as well. Cirrus is gonna fall, and his 1v2 is so winnable, Violas.
Oh, there was a tiny gap, but that smoke sadly will be the end of that. So she needs to come in from the coffin position and hopefully spot someone. But yet another smoke she's faced with. And I mean, it is getting hard, but now very slowly she can peek over it. And she's looking and hoping that someone is showing a face, but that's not going to be the case. So now Bouchard trying to sneak out of it, checking the dark angle, but no one is there. Both of them are sitting towards Banana, and the time is just ticking away. At this point, maybe it would be nice to save a nice AK if you can. But she's not really getting away with any of it. But at least great damage dealt into this round, but it was a 4, so money's still not too great on the Able side.
Yeah, but that's what you said. Just winning the round, they're going to be happy considering how, just came down to the 1v2. And yeah, pistols should be coming out here. A couple of flashes being purchased. Sapphire with a Zeus. Love to see it. Bouchard still has a Deagle. Can be very potent with that. So not too much of an investment here, but a nade, couple of flashes, a Zeus. And of course, the Deagle in the hands of Bouchard. And for that's what she said. They have opted to go for the rifles. Minia with the Mac 10. I like that, you know. As a player with the Mac 10, just pushing on into a bomb side, just clearing out the close angles. Trying to... Oh, that is just unfortunate for Smiley. That's rough. And Minio's up close, and this Macton's just going to shred the players here. That's money for days for Minio. And that's the A-bomb side completely, utterly just destroyed. The defense completely wrecked by Able. And should be very clean round. Sorry for by that's what you said, and that's going to be a very clean round for them.
So sad we didn't get to see that Zeus action there in the apartments. Just everything very cleanly dealt with. So now 2 players last alive. Would be nice if they can deal some sort of damage, maybe hunt for a weapon. But most likely it's going to be in hunt the other way as well. Pinecone spraying and tapping away through the smoke, getting Kimmy there. And eventually the Mac 10 of a Mini will become the end of Bouchard as well. So 3 clean rounds thus far. Everyone's surviving, which is good for their money. And the thing is, now Able has a full buy, so the big green gun on Exile. Let's see if that can put up some danger.
Yeah, the big green zoom banger, and they'll be looking to at least get a few kills here. So far, just 3 deaths, 3 kills for Able Esports, 3 deaths, so that's what she said, in 3 rounds. That is a very, very impressive start, and like you mentioned, Violas, the money is looking very solid as well, especially for Minio, who's still winning the Mac 10. I respect that, you know, she's just kind of trying to put the fear of God in Able Esports. But at least early banana control for Able. Kimmy playing the anti-flash, boosting up Smiley. And I like this a little bit of an aggressive posturing from the CTs. The flashbang's going to blind them, but it's still going to hold the line. Flash going to dissipate, and now it's going to be the 2 CT just holding the lines. It's going to be a complete slaughter. But Cirrus does reply back, so he gets even a kill from beyond the grave. But at least man advantage here for Able Esports.
They're going to be applying the pressure now, smoke down in CT, but a Molotov in return, so at least They're not setting a foot onto the bomb site just yet, and now the boost will come out. I think it was spotted there. A little bit of a spray through that smoke. But now that's what she said. They're going to regroup and rethink their strategy. They're moving over towards A, and Sapphire is hearing all the footsteps, and this time it could be so wrong, but Miss Harvey getting the headshot there, and that is the ultimate save. Midi can now safely plant. There's a smoke as well to delay things, and now it's just waiting for that smoke to fade.
That is such a good recovery from That's What She Said, and Miss Harvey winning that duel. I have no idea how she won that, to be honest. She should be dead to rights, but here we go. Retake taking place. XL with the AWP, not the best of guns to go for a retake, but she spots the player, and that's Mini getting taken down. It's all on Miss Harvey, the veteran, the legend. And I think they know her position, but they don't check. She's gonna find one, goes to the wide swing, but somehow Axile, what a kill from her, but there's no time remaining, so it doesn't matter if she gets a kill or not. The round will still be won, but That's What She Said, and Exile will somehow survive on 1 HP. At least the op will be taken into the next round, but what a round for That's What She Said. That was a round, honestly, they had no business winning, but this kill from Miss Harvey on a Sapphire, and of course the clutch, the wide swing, nice flick from Exile to get the kill, but it was not good enough.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate. Exile there, of course, going for that op and not having armor. I mean, that was not necessarily the problem, but no kit in the end. You could see that that little amount of money can make the difference. And now in this round, they do still have that up, but now it's accompanied by just a bunch of pistols. And you can see it is a hard task to pull up against, but Sapphire with 1 kill, but things do get traded 2 for 1. Sapphire is holding W and is getting another kill, so it is a 3-on-3. And actually Sapphire has managed to pick herself up an AK, but that gets dealt with very, very quickly by Miss Harvey with that op. And now, you know, smokes are in place. Everyone has good after plant positioning. So the retake is hard, but they do have a kit this time.
They do have a kit. And Kimmy's position here, I don't know if they're going to be expecting a second CD to push up from apps. However, there's a player watching it. And I'm not too sure what Kimmy's really planning to do here. Maybe try and deal a little bit of damage, like the good old Dosha Molotov, was it named though? But it's really not going to do anything here. The bomb's going to explode, but there was no one there in the corner. It's not burning. They're all going to stay alive. Miss Harvey stays alive as well. So for Able Esports, considering what they invested into that round, they're going to be happy. The op will be saved. The AK-47 picked up as well for Kimmy, and another buy taking place here. But for That's What She Said, this is a great start. 5-0 up, and it is a map pick from That's What She Said. So that's a start they're looking for.
Yeah, and the thing, I'm a little bit scared, you know, Able Esports had a kind of a troubled CT side earlier today, had kind of trouble holding B, and it was kind of exploited a lot of times. This time, not so much B yet, but that might change. Look at this aggression coming up. Cyrus is the first one to fall though, but Blender picking everyone right back up, so that kind of leaves B open now, and, you know, rotation is coming in, and that is right before the smoke lands. So can spot someone crossing, but will not connect the shot just yet. Another retake needs to happen. Sapphire is so close there already. Mini is spotting her. And yeah, last 2 people behind that smoke and kind of low on money. Of course, Exile also on that op. So the call has been made. It's another save.
There's another save, and I love the switcher from That's What She Said. Just holding W, sprinting into the B bomb side. Yeah, they lost the first player, but Blender, sometimes you walk into a Blender, sometimes a Blender just goes hurtling in a direction. 2K for her, sealing the deal in the B bomb side, and I like how they're on the hunt. Mini has been off to a fantastic start. She got the 4K in the pistol round and continuing her reign of terror. As a bomb will detonate, and she's in a great position to get a kill. But Exile and Bouchard, they do a great job staying alive and holding on to the 2 weapons. But at this point, they want to get a few rounds revealed. It's not just about saving the guns. And Blender, nice little spray there to find the double kill. Should have been traded, but yeah, That's What She Said. They seem to be in full control, apart from with that 1 round, which they managed to convert the 2v4. Apart from that, they have been in full-fledged control of this map so far. Albeit for Able Esports, they really haven't had much money. But this time around, they got the money, they got the guns. They need to start stringing a few rounds here, as we do have a tactical timeout getting called.
This round is so important because, on this map, you can kind of get into one big slumber. If you keep on losing rounds, money kind of stays low all the time. It's very hard to recover from that. So this round is important. They really need this one. I mean, on some players, the money is okay going into the next round, but as you said, you want rounds, not money. So this one is a tough one for Abel.
And I love how that's what you said. It's just basically just pugging. Haven't really seen any full-fledged set plays or execute. You're just using the firepower they have. And honestly, I won't lie. Like, let's be real here, right? You have CLG Red, we have Dick. Like, they're the top dogs in this particular competition. I don't think anyone's going to be surprised if we see them playing the grand finals tomorrow as well. But look at the other teams playing here, and just basically a mixed team, like that's what you said, who, if I'm not mistaken, have just been practicing for like 2 or 3 weeks right now. Miss Harvey just playing for fun, just trying to, kind of scratch that competitive itch she has, and she's been having for a very long time in her long career in Counter-Strike. And yet they're looking good. They're not trying anything too spectacular, nothing too crazy, but what they're doing, it's working out. It's a much more loser approach, but it's working, and they have the individuals to make it work.
Oh, here we go. Fast-paced once again. Blender getting Arch pretty much for free, and she can just hold W once again. And she can just burst onto the A side. And, there's a little bit of a jump there. Oh, and a team kill now as well. I mean, in the end, it kind of does work out. They do get the A-bomb site, but it was a little bit hectic there for a second. And now the retake is coming in. All 3 players coming in from the B-bomb side. Once again, met by a smoke, and there's a nice little gap for Miss Harvey to work with. She can spot the Arch player very easily, and now it's just waiting for all the other 2 to come.
Gotta wonder if that smoke was intentional, but the massive gap, and Miss Harvey makes it work. And I love this round from, that's what she said, but this retake. Oh, that's a perfect Molotov. Brilliant. Stuart's getting taken down. Now they're going to fancy the chances, but Miss Harvey's going to find Kimmy, and Smiley knows exactly where Miss Harvey is, but Pinecone from above protecting Miss Harvey. 7-0, but that's what she said. I just want to point out, that was a great call from That's What She Said early on, right? They won those early banana deals a couple of rounds ago, and they're like, you know what? They're probably going to have 3 players up B this time around early on. Let's just go for a fast A play. Fast A play, just 2 defenders there. Got a little messy in that in that take. Lost too many players, but still, 3v3 bomb down. Great hole, and Miss Harvey making that AWP sing.
Yeah, Abel kind of over-rotated earlier on again, or as well, and as you said, once they had some sort of A aggression, they sometimes like to switch things up and then stack some maybe 3 or 4 players on one bomb site, and That's What She Said is really good at reading that. And once again, damage already dealt kind of a early round here already, and now things are taking a little bit slow. And I like what Abel is doing here, going for that banana control once again. They've been having some troubles with that, but now I like this idea. Sadly, the Molotov will kind of force them back once again, but at least, they're trying to go for it and trying to change things up a little bit. Now, flashes come out, and it's Kimmy winning the fight this time around. 2 kills now for her. And Abel have now a lead going into this round.
I was just going to run on and drive, but they're not checking the corner. Kimmy, no one looking at direction, and she's going to find 3 kills now. And she's doing a great job just staying alive. 4v2, favoring Abel Esports, and a boost should be coming in. Miss Harvey, is she going to be ready for this is the question. The angle's not for her, and it's going to be Bouchard finding Minio, and it's all in the hands of Miss Harvey. 1v4, up in hand, but Bouchard, that is so ridiculous. 2 kills, the second one through the smoke, and finally, Abel Esports getting one on board, 7-1. However, if you actually look at the money for That's What She Said, it's not that great. They did start losing a few players in the past few rounds, so it's still pretty solid though. Miss Harvey in 10K, the rest of them an average around $4,000 to $5,000. But for Abel Esports, this is going to be finally a reply and a great round from Kimmy.
Yeah, the amount of kills through smokes we've already seen in just a few rounds here in this game, they're pretty insane, but I love to see those. Yeah, now, first round on the board, they kind of need to keep it going, of course, because if they kind of lose this, it might be tough once again as far as their economy goes, not having that loss bonus that they did have up until now. So once again, a very important round for Abel. And it would also be nice for that's what she said, because Money, they have been building some, but also they've been losing a lot of players during those rounds. Now, a lot of things happening over here on Banana, and it's the AWP duel. We have Kimmy over on the CT side with that AWP, and Miss Harvey kind of challenging it, but Blender is gonna be the one trying to go out first. Does spot one player, but Molotov will kind of hold her back just for a second. And as you can take a little bit of a look at the minimap, because they haven't really decided of where to go to just yet. They're just hoping that maybe one of the CTs will show their face, just show some aggression. And they're doing that, but they weren't really ready for it just yet. But they are deciding to go back to that favorable B-bomb site. Having Mini a little bit looking behind. And, 30 seconds left on the clock. They need to go.
They need to go, and I actually really enjoy what that's what she said we're doing on that kind of like a default. But now, Kimmy, AWP in hand, no one's still checking her. How many times is he going to get kills in this position? 3 kills, sorry, 2 there, and Kimmy with a no-scope to finish it off. Quad kill, this time with the AWP, and she is really, really waking up here, and 2 rounds for Able Esports coming off the back of Kimmy getting 7 kills in those 2 rounds. That's just massive from her.
I have no clue. She's been playing that CT position so many times, and of course I understand, you have most likely at least 2 people over on B, so if there's one on the side as well, you want to check that as well, together with your teammates, but don't leave that CT completely open, especially if there's not a smoke yet. And they're just gonna keep on doing it, hold that W, walk out towards B, and Miss Harvey entering with an AWP. All right, it's ballsy, but here we go. Smiley is faced with a lot of aggression, but Bouchard is ready to back her up. 3 kills from that boost position. Very, very nice. Once again, they're just kind of running out, not really checking it very properly. But also, that round was, as far as economy went, not the best.
Yeah, and at least that's what he said. They get a few rounds, and again, Bouchard just being a savior. That looked a little scary for a moment, but dual up setup still in play. And Kimmy, she's just everywhere right now, isn't she? Now she's gonna be towards mid, waiting for the flash. Slow creep peek. I don't think she spotted the player around. She's kind of a little unaware, a little too focused on the crosshair, and the flames tickling her a little bit, but she's gonna be fine. Able really like going for this particular boost, but I remember when they went for this boost a second time, and that was a round that was the first round they won as well. That's what she said. They were aware of this. They tossed in a Molotov that forced Exile back from that position, but at least I like what they're doing here. If you're going to keep 4 players up towards A, you want to have your Opera or whoever playing a little bit more aggressive towards Banana, and Bouchard getting the kill, helped out by a brilliant flash run from Kimmy. So now Able Esports are waking up. They are taking the fight to, that's what she said. And now, after losing a player towards A, we might be seeing some action towards Banana, and Exile, she's ready and waiting.
Yeah, she did already use that smoke, so to delay things, the only thing she has left right now is that Molotov, but she will need to take some damage in return. And, as soon as the Molotov hit, that's what she said, is rethinking their strategy. They're going up towards A, but Kimmy is so ready. Once again, hitting them kills with that AWP, and now Sapphire with a nice Molotov kill. And it'll kind of leave Cyrus last player alive and not able to do a whole lot there on long. Kind of the util game is pretty strong. They're able delaying things at first and kind of leaving them at the 30-second mark. If you're met with a Molotov once again, things are getting tough.
And also for Able, I mean, winning these rounds and winning them pretty convincingly, it's helping the money out, right? And now the aggression coming out. I love this. Able have woken up. They're starting to build a little bit of confidence. And bear in mind, most of the rounds that That's what she said. One, that name is always going to be a mouthful for me. We're against the Pistols, right? Able was struggling with the money, with the economy early on. And this aggression from Bouchard, that's a tell. Now they know exactly where all the members of That's What She Said are going to be coming in from. And that should draw the rotation from one of the players from B. And this is going to be a slaughter. Viralist Bouchard finds one. And it's all on a Sapphire. Goes to the Wild Spray. Just finds one, though. Exile with a reply. But now it's a 2v3. Bomb needs to cross on over. But Exile, she's doing it all on her lonesome. And Miss Harvey with the Tech 9 gets nothing done. What a round from Exile, because that could have been a little scary. Bomb gets planted. It's a 2v3. Miss Harvey and the other player has guns. It could have gone wrong. But they're able to hold on. And now they've won, I believe, 5 in a row.
Yeah. I mean, that round all kind of started with that heavy mid-aggression, very sneakily though, not expected at all. You know, they're trying new things That's What She Said haven't seen yet. So it's very hard to predict. You know, doesn't really get checked, and they get that control very early on. And now once again, Able are having those 3 players up on B, waiting and ready to trade one another out. And for now, everyone is just chilling a little bit, you know, throwing some util both ways and hoping that very soon something can happen. And it's Blender finding the first kill, a little bit blind, but it's all right. And Sapphire, hello? Why are you not checking CT? What is happening? This has happened so many times that people are just... Both players are looking towards the side. You know, you can have one looking towards the side and the other one looking CT, you know? Check your corners, please, because these are like preventable things, you know. And it's a little. I can imagine it might be a little bit frustrating, and this is kind of like why the B hits haven't been working so smoothly, because, like, of course, like, if there's a smoke, then I can understand why you might not be checking it in the first place. We have seen some nutty through the smoke kills. Let's do not count those. But if there's no smoke at all, please look.
and especially even if you have a smoke down there and you have like 3 or 4 players left alive on your T side, you want to have someone spotting that, because there's so many times you're going to see a CG flash their way through the smoke, or maybe waiting for a pop flash from a teammate and try and go for just like a spray down or whatnot, right? And that's something That's What She Said seems to have forgotten to do so many times. Smoke there or not. This round was especially damning because they got the first kill. They're like, oh, there's no way. You can't be that convinced that there's no one playing, you know, that Able Esports aren't playing 2 more players in the B bomb site. And how many times are going to die from the player towards that CD spawn area? I think they've lost had 10 plus kills so far from the position without anyone checking it. And that's allowed Able Esports to come back into this game right now. And taking nothing away, they've had some real good rounds coming out from them. Their bounce back has been quite impressive, some aggressive posturing as well. But That's What She Said, they have kind of slacked off a little bit here.
Yeah, you know, these things, it's not that hard. It might be, you know, a little bit of a communication issue, especially if you hear someone sitting on the side and all the focus tends to go towards that one player. And maybe that's also a thing, you know, not knowing which player to rely on. So if you're suddenly entering with someone else, you don't know who's going to be the one filling that role. So that might be a thing, you know, that kind of shows now with, you know, just having those few weeks of experience and not everyone knowing each other like very well. But definitely, you know, the individuals are stepping up. So let's see if maybe that might be enough to pull through for this game. But things are getting close, you know, Able 6 rounds back to back now. And, you know, they're very hungry to end this first half with a lead creeping closer and closer. And now in this round, the majority of the T's are situated towards Banana once again. And Kimmy is holding a pretty aggressive angle and is getting double P'd. And oh no, she is not getting away with that one. Things will get delayed though with a Molotov, so they need to chill a little bit for now.
Kimmy has been great so far. At the same time, a couple of her decisions towards the banana area with the op, I haven't been a big fan of. And here we go. That's what she said. Once more, it looks like it's going to be the B bomb side. They have the man advantage as well. But Exile's ready and waiting. She's got Smiley on the bomb side. They have a bit of utility. Oh, that's a nice nade. That's a real chunky nade. Blender down to 6-7 points of health. But that's what she said. They're waiting patiently, waiting for some re-aggression from the CDs, and they haven't made a single sound. And now the rotation getting drawn out because of that one Molotov, one smoke. And this could be a problem. That over-rotation, the smoke's going to bloom. There's a big gap there, but Smiley's on the side. She's blinded. And as a bomb site lost, we're not having to lose a single player. Pinecone holding the flank as well. And that's kind of a messy spray. And she's going to get taken down. But a 4v4 retake, doable. Very doable. They have a lot of utility. They have 4 kits as well. But that's what she said. Are these post plans good enough? That's the question.
Oh, and now smokes are laid up. And I like the positioning there over at Banana. Miss Harvey can just kind of like just walk in front of it. And now together with Minio and Blender, they are pulling through every single player in a different position. That's what I like to see. I was a little bit scared because I was like, for some moment, like at some point, there was no smoke on CT, but eventually they did throw one, the very last one, and used a flash to accompany that as well. So finally, a little bit more utils that we see there over on B. There was a little bit of a gap, but you know, if you see that there's a gap, they use that flash. So that's great. Because Mighty couldn't really peek then. Ooh, and that's a nice first peek of Kimmy. Deep smoke now to keep the banana control, and you can see what that does. That's what she said, is just looking to go out towards A.
Well, there's the opening kill going the way, but Pinecone, she's aware of Bouchard's position. She loves playing that. Won't be expecting a second player playing up close in that Sapphire. Clotheslines Pinecone. So man advantage snatched back once more by Abelise, but are they going to expect a second player? There is Minio, just cold W runs on in, gets exile, and Smiley not able to do anything. The flashbang keeping her at base. Sapphire's position compromised as well, and she goes for the full commitment. Minio is being such a beast, stays alive inside of the pit. Final round of the first half. Fearless, they have to go for the retake. 2v3 though, and it is favoring, that's what she said.
There is still some util. Oh my god. All right,
Okay.
Here we go,
All right.
Kimmy. That's the first, and now 2 more to find, and both of them are on the side of Smiley. She is getting the first, and now Blender's position has been revealed, so it's an AK versus an M4. But the AK, the headshots are flying around here, Blair.
That is, yeah, that's a way to win the round. That was interesting. I'm not a big fan of some of the deals that's what she said took, especially for Blender. Sorry, not Blender. I think it was Bouchard. Like that position, I think Blender was very, very aware of that, and even Pinecone. And they just went for the spray. I think they just spotted a shadow out a little bit there, and that's a risk. As a CD player, when you're playing there, the shadow will be spotted out by the T peeking from Boiler. And that's what she said. Yeah, they give 6 rounds in a row to Abel, but they're able to bounce back at the end, and now 9-6. That's I feel like that's job done if it's your map pick. 9 rounds on the T side of Inferno, and yeah, I mean, if you win the pistol and whatnot, it's going to be very hard for Abel to grind back, but it's still 9-6. It's Inferno, right? It's a map that can definitely go either way, but we're going to be cutting to a very quick break, and we'll be back very, very quickly with the second half of this game.
Trailblazing cowboy, driving my cattle out west. I'm a rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, doing what I do best. I'm a rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, driving my cattle out west. I'm a rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, doing what I do best. I'm a chap wearing saddle, shining cow, branding fire, building lasso, throwing sharp, shooting cowboy. A whiskey drinking, grub eating, bean chewing, pistol loading, cattle herding, spur wearing cowboy. Just a rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, driving my cattle out west. I'm a rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, doing what I do best. a chap wearing saddle, shining cow, branding fire, building lasso, throwing sharp, shooting cowboy. A whiskey drinking, grub eating, bean chewing, pistol loading, cattle herding, spur wearing cowboy. Just a rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, driving my cattle out west. I'm a rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, doing what I do best, doing what I do best. Rootin' tootin' trailblazing cowboy, driving my cattle out west. I'm a rootin'. We will stand our ground.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to That's What She Said, facing off against Able Esports Wide. It's 9-6 now here on Inferno, and our second half is now on its way.
I'm just still a little shook after that halftime dance. That was terrifying. And at the same time, strangely, very fascinating at the same time. That nade, though, that is a lot of damage. Chunky damage from Mini. And Mr. Harvey with a flashbang, the 3 CTs lying in wait. Another CT going to be joining in. That is unreasonable. Come on, Miss Harvey. And they're getting slaughtered on this B-bomb side, Fearless. This is done. This round's done.
Oh my god, the USP headshots are flying around once again. Leaves Kimmy here in a 1 versus 4. Yeah, not very great spot to be in here. But maybe she can work a little bit of magic, you never know. She's gonna be creeping up close here. But yeah, you need to check so many angles. One person behind the fountain, one behind the coffin, and it's just too much to deal with. So 10-6 now for That's What She Said. And they're once again taking the pistol. They're very, very good with these pistols. But yeah, now Able need to answer back.
They need to, and I want to maybe take a look at that shot from Miss Harvey later on the replay. That was just kind of a fadeaway shot through the coffins, and just unfortunate for Able Esports. They were not ready for the 3 CTs and a quick rotation, the 4th as well. And they've opted to go for the full eco, something which you rarely see nowadays in modern day Counter-Strike. 1 flashbang for Kimmy, and 5 sets of Glocks, and they're gonna be heading straight into, pardon me, the blender.
Oh, here we go. Everyone's so sneakily and creeping up. But probably as soon as one player gets hurt, a Molotov will fly out. But it isn't enough really to stop them just yet. The pistols are doing their work. They are pretty heavily tagged up though. Yeah, they're not very. They're not gonna stay alive for very much longer. But at least they got 1 kill. Great damage dealt, but not enough to take away a lot of the weapons. So that's maybe a pity, but the full-on AK squad will come out now for Able Esports. So if you look at the weapons, technically they're better for Able now. So let's hope they can put them to great use.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't get the bomb down in both the rounds, and also I think just got 2 kills there, so that's not going to really help when it comes to a little bit of extra economy, the money which I've been looking for. But the aggression from Cirrus goes to the full commit spray. Smiley replies back, but she is kind of low, and I'm not sure she'll be looking to challenge with Mini on Blender playing up close here. So yeah, early trades, but banana control hasn't quite been relinquished by the CT side, and Mini's looking to be a little bit more adventurous. Picks up a smoke from a fallen teammate, and now is going to be falling on back. And like you said, weapons are going to be favoring the T side right now. For the 4 AK-7s, definitely superior to whatever That's What She Said has here. But the lack of utility, they still have 2 smokes and a handful of flashbangs, but what are they going to do with this? I'm envisioning a little bit of posturing towards this A brackets area and then maybe heading back towards A. But the fact that That's What She Said have just given up all full control of brackets, even banana, means they don't have any information. So Able can pretty much do whatever they want. As Exile, she finds a kill in Mini, and that's going to open up things here at the A-bomb side.
Getting the rotator is very, very crucial, but just it takes 1 smoke to shut down this A-bomb side, and it was very, they were very lucky that they still have that, but that rotating player is still killed, so instead of going towards A, they're going towards B, and there's just 1 person waiting, and it's Blender. And the question is, how will she respond to this? She is hiding in the cubby, so not really getting checked since everyone is coming in. But eventually now smoke will come down here on Banana, a double one. Interesting. You might want to have that one stay for a little bit later on post plan. But here we go. Smoke coming in from the CTs, and a retake now begins.
Yeah, the double smoke, I don't know why that was, but the CDs, they are so close by. They're going to go for it. Blenders want to walk on up. But she's going to expect Smiley. Doesn't matter because Smiley was low and they need to react faster. Bouchard, but Sapphire left alone, 1v2. They know where she is and they're going to be pushing up to get the Miss Harvey. And Blender just going for the double peek. Miss Harvey needs to land a shot and she will. Does she have the time? She's got the kit, so definitely has the time. And that was Able Esports. I feel they could have maybe played it a little bit better, but again, it came down to Blender that she didn't show anything. She gave all the information to her teammates. She waited at Banana because she expected one more player just floating towards Banana, and then she called the teammates to rotate in from mid. And once they had all the information that all the 3 players were on the B bomb site, they just went for it, and great retake.
Yeah, I like that from That's What She Said. They've been doing it a few times before, so in other maps in which, you know, they just decide to give up the bomb site. Don't go in alone if you know you might not be able to handle it, and then just go in as a unit. So, you know, that's really props to them, and they're doing really great. And I'm having a deja vu. What is happening? Just please check that CT corner. And once again, a kill coming up. This time, not as bad as we've seen on the first half. But yeah, Able Esports are able to conquer that A-bomb site now. And lots of smokes and mollies up. Yeah, there's no point with this low amount of money still left to the bank to retake.
It's like both these 2 teams are playing a version of Counter-Strike, which we're not aware of, where CD spawn doesn't exist, and just no one checks it. But it's just unfortunate. I don't know who it was. Was it Minio or Blender? But yeah, that was a completely whiffed spray. That should easily been 2 kills, at the very least 1. But well, credit to Able. They're able to win it, and they finally get around on board after what seems like quite a while, keeping 4 players alive as well. However, but that's what she said. They won a few rounds in a row, but money is quite grim because they did suffer quite a few casualties. So, decision time. Do you go for the full investment, or do you just stick with the pistols and other 3 players? And I feel like they are making a much more better economic decision than I've ever made in my life.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're up 12-7, so they have a little bit of a lead to work with still. So there's not too much on the line. You can just safely eco this one out. And then, you know, just right hop and back into the next round. Yeah, so far, you know, kind of a default here from Able. People spreading out. We have some banana control over here with Kimmy and Smiley once again. Not really faced with pretty much anything. No, not even a lot of util, of course, to counter it, because there is limited amount of util on the side of That's What She Said. So it's really good that they are trying to keep a hold of that, you know, for later on in the round. Oh, Miss Harvey now met with that smoke is going to be spraying through that, tagging up Exile for a nice good amount of damage. But yeah, now bomb still needs to be picked up by Able once again, kind of late, but there's still enough time to work with, but they do need to make a decision.
This posturing from Miss Harvey could maybe... Oh, this could be unfortunate for Miss Harvey. The timing is atrocious, but she's still got to get a kill. Just tries to run away, but will get taken down. Richard not expecting Pinecone's position, but now they know where both the rifles are. And they're going to be heading in towards this A-bomb site. Still unaware, and Kimmy, what a shot. Straight in the kisser. Pinecone's down, and does both the rifles taken down. And now with the 3 pistols remaining, I don't really fancy, That's What She Said, chances. Now, they could push on up and try and retrieve a couple of rifles. Could definitely help them out in the next round. Because even though they have money, it won't be great, right? Blender's in 1600, Miss Harvey in 1750. So you want to hold on to these rifles. Many are still sticking around. Maybe a couple of exits here. Maybe pick up a gun, but the round will definitely go the way of Able. That they will win the round and get to 8 rounds, further reducing the gap they have. And Blender, nice shot on the Smiley, and that's huge actually, but That's What She Said. They lose both the rifles, but the 3 players with the pistols retrieve 3. And if I'm them, I'm pretty happy with the way this round played out.
Yeah, from all three with a pistol to all three with a rifle. That's great. You know, they could have afforded that round lost even if all of them died. But this is better for their economy. You know, they can afford a lot more util now in this round, which is so crucial here on the CT side. But look at this Exile with that AWP. Let's see what magic she's gonna be working with here in this round. Ooh, a little bit of a little tickle there by the Molotov as Sapphire standing inside of it. But she manages to escape, and that's what she said. Oh, gonna be kind of doing a similar thing that Abel was doing earlier on, getting that banana control, which is very important, you know, shutting down that one part of the map and remaining in control of that. And they're gonna be actually doing quite a similar thing. Mini boosted up here, but this time Blender on the close corner. So Mini's probably gonna be like acting as some sort of decoy, hoping to distract the players. So Blender doesn't get checked, but eventually the second player will. Kimmy won't get out of there alive, but Bouchard will get the kill there. And now they are pressing the W and going towards this B-bomb site once again.
Bouchard has just been a beast so far, but Cirrus replies back. Keeping it even Stevens right now. They need to get the bomb down, but the CTs, all three of them are ready and waiting. Bomb yet to be planted, the boost. It's all about the timing here, and the timing is perfection as Miss Harvey finds one, finds a second. It's all on Sapphire in a 1v3. She's aware of where two of the players are, but not about the third, and she needs to clutch this one out. She's going to find one, but an immediate trade. Great spacing from Pinecone. And it's going to be, that's what she said, winning a pretty important round. They have stemmed the bleeding from now. And that boost timing was brilliant from that's what she said.
Yeah, I definitely like that. I mean, the thing is though, you know, eventually the T's there were able to trace things out earlier on in their advantage, but that's what she said. Their retakes are definitely on point. They're using their util very good in order to kind of like create these separate 1v1s and then also winning the duels, which is also very important. Pinecone though, burning alive a little bit there in the apartment, but it doesn't really matter. You know, T's are once again waiting and ready to burst out of B, hoping that maybe this time it could work. And the P90, damn, Kimmy is going for it. Bouchard is getting the kill instead though. Oh, so many Molotovs now here onto this B-bomb site, dealing great amount of damage already onto Kimmy, so the kill is very easy to find. But yeah, retake now. They are pretty close, but you know, smokes and Molotovs are not really gonna help. And this is interesting, you know, there was still a Molotov up there towards the coffin. Smiley not taking the plant yet, giving actually the CTs a little bit more time to work with. So now retake needs to come in, and even though Blender is fully blind, they are still getting the kills. And once again, last player here over on that banana, getting smoked off as well. You know, Exile with an op. What else can you do?
That was a brilliant retake, and I'm just saying, if Kimmy had stuck around with the P90, I see Will the Able would have won, but she tossed it away, picked up a rifle, and that's what happens. You don't put fate in the P90. Sometimes things don't swing your way, but another great round from That's What She Said. The retakes have looked very, very good, and Able, I won't lie, this T side from them has been a little flat, if you ask me. The CD side, when they had a little bit of resurgence, was pretty impressive. They were being aggressive in your face, getting that map control, but now on the T side, they're just telegraphing what they're going for. They just go for a facet towards B. When they slow things down, they don't really seem to know which direction to go towards. They just seem to rely on getting an opening pick and maybe trying to work with that. I'd like to see a little bit more, you know, something like a fake, maybe trying to catch a player out while rotating. Just, I don't know, like a little bit of some variety on his T side could maybe net him a few rounds, but at this rate, that's what she said. Just 2 rounds away from closing it out. They have a little bit of a pickle money-wise, but I don't think they're going to be too worried, especially when you have a 6-round lead.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a little bit more of a default from Able, but this time, once again, 4 people here down banana. And it hasn't really been working out for them a few times. So let's see if they are able to change things up this time around. They are going to be met with a nade, and I think that will do. Oh, that will do a great amount of damage there. Oh, and a Molotov on top of it, burning 2 people alive. That's just great. You know, now 3 people that are willing to set foot on this B-bomb side. At least Blender getting 1 kill there before finally found by Kimmy. The bomb is at least planted, but we've seen these retakes of That's What She Said. And this time, maybe not as coordinated. You know, the times were a tiny bit off of the Banana folks peaking a little bit earlier than the CT ones. And now Exile in the perfect position to take care of Pinecone. So this time around, Abel looking a little bit better, but they're not out of the woods just yet.
That was a series of unfortunate incidents and mistakes for That's What She Said. Firstly, Blender at the back of the bomb slide. After Cirrus gets the 2 kills with the Molotov, I felt like she just stayed alive there and just held an angle, waited for the T's to just check her and maybe get a kill. It would have been better, but the moment she took a shot and didn't get the kill, they just triangulated on her position, just like pounced on her. She couldn't get a single frag there, get shut down. And then after that, Miss Harvey, that trade should have taken place. Like, they shouldn't have allowed like a 2K from the player right in front of the bomb site. So a couple of small mistakes, a couple of small slip-ups from That's What She Said. And there you go. Money in the bin. Their money was never that good. And this is an opportunity for Abel to kind of try and grind back into this map, which has, I won't lie, That's What She Said have looked like the better team so far. And now with a few pistols, a few nades, and a little bit of a prayer on their lips.
Oh, here we go. 3 nades down mid. And there's definitely some people there. Kimmy already down to 43 HP now. So that's a nice start. And maybe with a few pistols to line it up, you never know what can happen. And they're deciding to have, you know, B aggression. Abel have been going towards B a whole lot. So I don't blame them for trying this and hoping that it will work. Maybe it will. You know, 3 people now creeping up on Banana. 4th one with the bomb now as well. But they're not ready to commit just yet. They're having Kimmy, in fact, actually already having, you know, 3 arch control. Of course, there's just 1 player over on A. But probably very, very soon, the call will be made that A is completely clear. And they're probably going to go right back into it. And Miss Harvey's actually playing this kind of smart, not sitting in the site. Kind of looking around and waiting for footsteps to be heard. Oh, but the timing is a little bit unfortunate. Bouchard will come around the corner. And yeah, that's now your race side lost. And That's What She Said. They're probably going to go on the hunt for a weapon.
Yeah, I love that from Kimmy. Like, she might have just saved them from walking into that stack, right? And she started making a little bit of noise the moment she knew Bouchard was nearby towards mid. And that's when Miss Harvey was like, she's like, oh, I hear someone. And her attention diverted and a perfect timing for Bouchard to get the kill. Smiley should have a pretty comfortable time here getting the frag onto Blender. And yeah, easy mop-up, no armor, any of these players. I mean, Sirius had some Kevlar, but that's about it. And Pinecone with the USP. She could do some damage, but with 3 AK-47s staring down at you, it's pretty hard, Fearless. Pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, armor and AKs is definitely hard going up against them with just a pistol, especially if it's just a bad one like a USB. But hey, who knows what actually might happen? You know, Abel are given a little bit more room to work with now. That's what she said. They need the eco once again in order to have the money next round. So maybe they can creep in a little bit closer. Come up to a tight school line. And Abel, they just love going for this B. Once again, 4 people down here. And Bouchard this time over on mid. And trying to keep things clear from that side. But yeah, that's what she said. They're not really giving much away just yet. Eventually a smoke will happen, but they can just walk right through. No Molotov to stop them. Oh, but man, these kills through the smokes are insane. And Blender now with a follow-up as well. Suddenly there's a lead, but of course the AKs are definitely the superior weapons, are making an end here of Blender. Oh my god, Mini! Just spam and run and gun. I mean, it's still a 2-on-2. Who knows?
that was ridiculous from many, but hey, I mean, Cirrus Pinecone replies back, and AK-47 picked up, doing a bit of damage, just one tap. Oh, she finds Smiley, and now suddenly, just with the pistols, it's all on Sapphire, 1v2. That's most a dead giveaway. Now they know where she is. She's playing around the smoke. Cirrus is wrapping up a couple of shots, but that's a giveaway, and Pinecone uses his distraction from her teammate. 3 kills for Pinecone, and that is gonna be such a punch in the gut for Able Esports. It was just the pistols, Fearless, and that's what she said. They steal it away. Oh, that's... I feel that. I feel that for Able.
Yeah, that's so sad. I mean, these kills for the smokes, man, and it's just like... yeah, and that's also very, very nutty. It's just, everything seems to be aligned here, for that's what she said. And working in their favor. Even though Able are having some very good ideas, sometimes execution-wise, they're lacking a tiny bit. And also in, like, you've said it before, you know, the creativity. We've seen just a very like the same thing over and over again. Mainly the B hits, and of course you can like experiment around a little bit as far as util goes, but it I keep just having a little bit of a deja vu, and I just hope to see maybe something else from Able this time around. You know, now it matters. It's 15-10 map point here, for that's what she said. And there is definitely still a chance, but it needs to make it happen right now. Already a lot of util here in return as soon as all the footsteps are being heard there. Kind of delaying things and baiting out a little bit more util. And Mini is boosted up here, so that's good. So if anyone goes too long, and that's exactly what's happening, they can clean those players right up. And Bouchard also there, walking through that smoke. So yeah, 2 players down on A. The option is to go right back to B.
Right back to B to go, and Blender's ready and waiting. Molotov's not gonna quite touch her. Nothing close by. They have no idea where she is, and the timing on the check is perfect. Smiley and Exile, they need to do something here, and it's going to be all in Blender. She's going to find everything, and Miss Harvey in the knee, no scope to seal the deal. That's what she said. There we go. They take their map pick, and in the end, pretty convincingly as well.
Man, I mean, to end it with a no scope, that's definitely very, very fashionable. But yeah, we will move on to map number 2 very, very shortly, which will be Overpass. The first time we will see Overpass. I'm very, very excited. How about you?
I am. I want to see more maps. I want to see Vertigo coming out as well later on, but Overpass should be a map which Able should be looking to bounce back on. They showed some promise. They weren't feeling that comfortable in Inferno, but yeah, that's what she said. This is a great opportunity to 2-0 this. Don't take it to the final map. I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Well, I think you guys at home as well, but you guys will have to enjoy a little bit of a break first before we jump into all of that action. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you back soon.